How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is running a plethora of sales right now. The Halloween sale, the November savings sale, and the games under $15 sale are the primary sales. This video, I want to take a look at games under the price of $10 from the November savings sale, as well as the games under $15 sale. We already did a video like this for the Halloween sale about a week ago, so you can go back and check that out if you're interested. But in this video, it is going to be centered around the two sales that just kicked off this past Wednesday. With that being said, let's get right into it, and let's start things off with Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, which is 84% off for $9.59. A very good JRPG with a great art style. Gameplay is solid, and the story is quite good as well. While I didn't like the game as much as Ni no Kuni 1, Ni no Kuni 2 still offers quite a bit of content, and given the game is south of $10, this is a really good price. The MSRP is still $60 for whatever reason, but an 84% off discount is quite strong, so $9.59 for this. Easy recommendation, would strongly recommend it. Next up, we have Axiom Verge from Thomas Hap Games, 50% off, $9.99. This game was done by one person, and it's pretty remarkable that it was done by one person. If you're into throwback Metroidvanias, this is going to be right up your alley. Yes, it features a very, very old-school art style, so it might not be for everyone in that department. I'm okay with the pixel graphic art style, and it seems like it's an art style that's relatively in these days, and a lot of people do enjoy those styles of games. As far as content and difficulty, yeah, it's a little bit on the more difficult side, but you have to expect that out of a Metroidvania. Yeah, it's a good game overall. Axiom Verge 2 is something to definitely be on the lookout for as well, but the first game for $9.99 is quite nice, and yes, it's not the steepest discount given that this game came out, I believe, in 2014, so it's been a while, 2014 or 2015, but you usually don't see it for 75% off, so $9.99 is like the best price you're gonna get for it, but quite a good one. Definitely would check it out if you're into Metroidvanias. Next up, we have Batman Arkham Knight, 70% off for $5.99. Now, this is the base game. If you do want to pick up the premium edition, wait for that to go on sale, and by all means, pick that up. You'll get the season pass as well. Some additional content, but the base game for $6, I think, is still a pretty good pickup. Arkham Knight is my least favorite of the mainline Arkham games. I like it better than Arkham Origins, but Arkham Knight is still an excellent game. I just think so highly of Asylum and City, but Arkham Knight is very good as well. Gameplay is obviously excellent. I'm a sucker for the Batman Arkham style of gameplay, and a lot of games have adopted that style of gameplay as well. I know not everybody was high on the Batmobile sections. I remember when it came out, a lot of people were really down on it. I don't think they were bad at all. I thought they were fine. Yes, do I like the regular playing as Batmobile? Or, excuse me, the regular playing as Batman? Yeah, but I didn't think there was anything wrong with the Batmobile sections inherently, but $6 for it, I think, is a pretty good pickup. Check it out. Next up, we have Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, which is 75% off for $9.99. This is a great pickup, and I often misspeak about the Handsome Collection. You have Borderlands 2, you have Borderlands the pre-sequel, you have most of the DLC. Borderlands 2 does have one piece of DLC, Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary, I believe it's called. It's $14.99. It's not something that I would probably recommend at that price, so just get the Handsome Collection. It's a lot of content for your money. Very replayable. Yes, I know when you think of Borderlands, you ideally want to play the game with friends, but it's still fine if you're playing by yourself. I beat the game solo, and I had a great time with it. Obviously, the comedy is great. The story is pretty decent for what it is, and obviously the gameplay is excellent, so $9.99, not a bad pickup. Available on PlayStation Now as well, so thought I would note that. Next up, we have the Banner Saga Trilogy, 80% off for $9.99. I was surprised with how many comments I saw of people being like, whoa, that Banner Saga Trilogy deal is good. Nice to see the game getting a little bit of buzz, because Banner Saga to me is one of those games that on paper it has everything you would think that a popular game would require to get, well, popular. And obviously it did relatively well, given that we did get an entire trilogy, but it's not as popular as I expected it to be, but it's a great set of RPGs. It's got a great Viking setting, the art style is great, and this is a game that's going to age really, really well based on that art style. Turn-based strategy title, more tactics-based, so do know that going into it. Pretty good story here as well, and 3 games for $10. You can't go wrong with that. Definitely recommend that. Next up, we have Magicka II, which is 75% off for $3.74. If you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you'll save an additional 5% and you'll get it for $2.99. I put so much time into Magicka, and if you want a game that is just straight fun, much like a Castle Crashers for cooperative play, like Magicka, you go into it with the co-op play in mind. Magicka 2 is a fantastic game to crack open a couple beers with your friends and just have a great time. It's not a game you take too seriously. It's going to generate a ton of memes. You're going to have a ton of fun, and I don't know, if you take it too seriously, you're going to get mad at your boys, your friends, but Yeah, it's just a ton of fun. I had so much fun with Magicka, and if you want a game that's just more on the relaxing side, it's humorous, and you don't have to take it too seriously, Magicka II is one of those games you can pop in, again, crack open a couple cold ones and have a great time with your friends, so definitely recommend it, especially for $3. Get your friends to pick it up as well, and you'll have a great time with that. Next up, we have Metro Exodus, 70% off for $8.99. Great discount on Metro Exodus. Unfortunately, this is the base game and not the Gold Edition with the additional DLC. But the base game is still a good pickup. Much like Batman Arkham Knight, this is my least favorite of the 3 Metro titles, but again, thought so highly of Metro 2033 and Last Light that that's not saying much. I still had a good time with Metro Exodus, and if you want an atmospheric and engrossing first-person shooter that's more narrative-driven, Metro Exodus is definitely going to be a title that, you know, draws you in. I would recommend you to play Metro 2033 and Last Light first. Obviously, you can get the Metro Redux collection. Goes on sale all the time for like $5, south of $5. I think it goes on sale for like $4.49. I don't believe it's on sale now, which is a bit of a bummer, but I guarantee you probably by the end of the year, the Metro Redux collection will go on sale again. So, I mean, you can pass on this for now if you haven't played those 2 games, and then pick those 2 games up, circle back when Metro Exodus is on sale, maybe even the Gold Edition is on sale, and you can pick it up then. Next up, we have Mafia II, the Definitive Edition, 67% off for $9.89. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. Mafia II, this Definitive Edition, so to speak, not much definitive about it. Not a very great upgrade. Would have liked to see a little bit more effort put into the Mafia II Definitive Edition, but the game itself is so good, and unfortunately, you have the PlayStation 3 version. Either you're pulling out your PlayStation 3 or you're just not playing it. Mafia II is a game that I highly recommend people to go back to and play if you've never done so. I thought it was better than Mafia 3, and yes, it's more of a contained environment than Mafia 3, Mafia 3 being this big open world, but I think that works for Mafia 2. I think it keeps the pacing on point, and with Mafia 2, they did a really good job with that, and it's kind of more, you know, that contained environment works with Mafia. I think it like, the huge open world works for games like GTA. I think in Mafia's case, Mafia 2's the fact that it was a more closed environment, I think that helped the game out ultimately, and strong narrative here as well. $9.89, pretty good pickup here. Next up, we have Frostpunk, the console edition, 70% off for $8.99. There is a collection available with a bunch of DLC, the complete collection. That's $27. Now, you get a sizable amount of DLC there, and if you do want to drop the cash and pick it up, by all means, check it out, because Frostpunk is a game that, yes, it's incredibly grim, and I guess, like, 11-Bit Studios likes to make grim games because they also did This War of Mine, and they're doing Frostpunk 2, and I expect Frostpunk 2 to be quite a bit more grim. I put a ton of time into Frostpunk on PC, and that's definitely the ideal way to play a game like this. However, if you want a darker game, a gritty game, and a game that emphasizes strategy, Frostpunk's going to be a game that you really enjoy. It is available on PlayStation now as well, so you can play it that way. $9 for the base game is good. Again, if you want to take the plunge and get the complete collection, the DLC is quite sizable. The Season Pass is sold separately for $18.74, so that's something to consider as well. Maybe just pick up the base game now, see if you like it, and then down the line, if you do enjoy it, pick up the Season Pass. Lastly, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration, 80% off for $6. Great game. Rise of the Tomb Raider is my favorite out of the 3 Tomb Raider games since Tomb Raider 2013. I thought Rise of the Tomb Raider was the best from a narrative standpoint, and the gameplay's still quite strong. If you want to do everything, you know, you'll have a decent bit of content to go through. It's not like a, you know, extremely lengthy game, but if you rush through it, you can beat it very quickly, but if you take your time, do everything, you're gonna get a good experience out of it. Gameplay is great, and this 20-year celebration edition has some additional content as well, which is quite nice. Came out a year after the fact from the Xbox One release, so they gave you the additional stuff on there, so that was quite nice, at least some of the additional stuff. So $6 for that, I think, is quite good. Definitely a good pickup if you haven't checked it out. And that is gonna do it for me. Again, a ton of deals available. There are deals that I would like to mention, like Undertale, which is $10.04, just shy of that $10 mark. Tekken 7 is $9.99. Soul Calibur 6 is $6, which is a ridiculous deal. Injustice 2 is $4. Some great deals, so definitely some good stuff to check out. But that's going to do it for me. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.